Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Okay, I'm just kidding. Anyway, like I was supposed to be doing homework and like studying and all that stuff, but my mind was just going, and I was just thinking about my time in the military, and I was just like, let me do a story time, kind of story of time of why I joined the military, why I quit the military, and just like a little things that happened along the way. I don't even know what is the ranks again. What's the uniform called? Like I don't know. Like why I first joined the military. So I joined the military pretty much right after high school. I had took the ASVAB. ASVAB is a test that you take for the military. And I took the ASVAB while I was in high school. They just came around and they asked everybody if they wanted to take the test. I just said yes. I don't know why. I didn't know what it was. I think I'm pretty sure I said yes because I just wanted to get out of class. It was a way to get out of class. So I took it and really didn't think nothing of it. I guess I got my score. And my score was like a 43. Now, to get into the Air Force, you need a 50. So I failed that for sure. And I am not good at these tests at all whatsoever. So let's just start off by saying that I definitely suck at the ASVAB, any SAT, ACT, anything like that. I suck at. I can't remember things learned on like that because my mind just dumps it, just like everything else. I learn things and then I dump it when I don't need it anymore, and that's just it. I'm not good at those tests. Oh, I forgot to say, Happy Black History Month. Look at my fit, yo. This is my Black History Month outfit. Okay. Anyway. So, yeah. So then my brother is actually the first one who joined the military. He joined going to the Navy. He wanted to join and go to the Marines, but he ended up couldn't get into the Marines for some reason. Maybe I think it was his tattoos. I don't know what it was at the time. But he ended up going to the Navy, and so that was kind of like my inspiration. They started talking about like, hey, what do you want to do when you grow up? And I just was like, for some reason, I was like, I want to be a pilot. I don't remember when I came up with this dream to be a pilot, but I said, I want to be a pilot. They was like, oh, you should join the Air Force. And FYI, everybody in the Air Force is not a pilot. That's really stupid thing that people say, like, oh, are you a pilot? No, everybody in the Air Force is not a pilot. It's stupid. Anyway, but like, I think that was probably like the first time I've heard of the Air Force, because I actually did not know that there was different branches in the military. I didn't, of course, like I think I heard of Army, but like I didn't realize that there was several different branches that you can join. And I also didn't realize that there was reserves and all types of National Guard. I didn't know any of this stuff. I didn't want to go to the military at first at all. I was like, heck no. But as time went by and I realized that, like, first of all, I don't want to be a broke college student. Like, I really didn't want to be in debt. And then also, I just wanted to get away from home. I wanted to get out of there. And so I just was like, forget it. I'll just do it. I'll do it. So I went to the office, the Air Force office, and I joined. Well, I took the test again. I failed again. I think this time I got like a 47 or something like that. Like, so I'm just like, oh my God, I'm a freaking loser. This is the second time I failed this test. I think I was crying. I definitely cried on my way home. But finally, after I stopped like stressing and stuff like that, I took the test for the third time and I passed. I passed with a 60 that time. So, once I stopped stressing and I just was like, whatever, that's when I actually passed the test. So, anyway, I got in. It took a long time to get in. It took like, I think it took me 9 months to get in. because of depending on what job you get, you have to wait a certain amount of time for that job, and you don't want to just pick any job and just get the first job that they throw at you, because usually the first job that is available that can make you leave next week is not the best job, you know. So if you want a good job, you need to wait a little bit. So I waited a long time. I was like super like depressed. That was after high school, and I graduated. I felt like all my friends was gone, and I'm just sitting here waiting and like doing nothing. Anyway, fast forward. I went to. Let's just fast forward. When I was going. I went on a bus, and they was about to drop us off at basic training and stuff like that. And I just was everybody was like laughing and joking on the bus, and I don't even know why. I was just looking around like, I don't know why y'all think this is a joke, but it's not a joke. Anyway, I was quiet and just anyway. As soon as we got off that bus, the MTI, which is military training instructor, they start yelling at you and all that type of stuff. I remember waking up the next morning, and then we started marching, and the very next day, and I heard the MTIs yelling at me in the background. You just like, hut 2 3 4, hut 2. That's all I remember hearing. I looked up at the sky. It was like super early in the morning. The sky was like a bluish orange color, and I just remember thinking to myself, man, I messed up. I actually do not want to be here. I think I messed up, because my personality is, I'm Sagittarius, first of all. I know some of y'all be like, whatever. Listen, I'm into the zodiac signs, I guess, a little bit. Not really. I just know mine and people around me. I'm a Sagittarius. I like being free, and you know, military puts like they put restrictions on you. There's rules from day one, and I just didn't like that. I felt like my freedom was taken away from me. My thoughts were taken away from me. I wasn't free to do whatever I pleased and what I thought was right. I remember my MTI, her name was Staff Sergeant Yoder. She irritated me the whole, like, most of the flight irritated me. Like, I hated this flight. If you, like, first of all, men and women, they have different experiences. I feel like men, I don't know, but the women fight over petty stuff, and the women is like really catty, and what they do is they will do anything to take you down. Kind of like we up in a flight together, but they are like fighting each other, trying to get to everybody's trying to get to the top. Everybody's trying to be seen as the best or something like that. And it's just like, we're a flight, so we supposed to be a team. We're not supposed to be trying to tear each other down to get to the top. We actually, if one of us fail, that means all of us is failing. And they didn't realize that. So I didn't like my MTI, and I didn't like my dorm chief. I felt like they was like buddy, and it just wasn't right. And I have reason to feel like that, because one of the things is that I remember the dorm chief didn't like the Latinas speaking in Spanish, because I guess she thought, I don't know if they was talking about her in Spanish or whatever. Either way, she didn't like them speaking Spanish. So she told the MTI, and the MTI actually told them to stop speaking in Spanish. The dorm chief doesn't like you speaking in Spanish, so don't speak in Spanish anymore. Little did I know that I will find out later when I go to tech school. That was against the AFI. I literally learned that the month that I got out of basic training. And they said that you can't do that. You can't do that. And at the moment when the MTI did say that to us, where they couldn't speak Spanish, not everybody, but I knew that was wrong. But you just couldn't explain, explain why that was wrong. I was young, it wasn't the world that it is today, you know, because I joined up in 2013, I believe. So it's not the world that it was today, where you can like easily point things out and you've learned about certain things like that. It wasn't like that. So it was just like I felt helpless. I felt like I couldn't do anything. And I went to 3 bases throughout my 6 years. My first base was the UK, second base was Turkey, third base was Japan. I stayed overseas the entire time, which I think was kind of not that good for me, because I don't know, maybe it was good. It was good because I was got to experience things and travel and all that type of stuff. But my first base was UK, United Kingdom, and everybody in my flight was so cool. They was so nice and they was really good people. But I was just so depressed. I was depressed. I was like thousands of miles away from home. I wasn't used to being away from my mom and my family like that. So I was like super depressed. Like looking back at it now, I hate that I was like that, and I hate that I didn't travel as much as I should have. Like I could have went so many different places. That is the best place to travel. You could take the train to like France. You can go anywhere. Like, you know, like all the European countries and just travel your butt off. I wish I would have did that, and I actually wish I would have started my YouTube back then, where I could have just showed all my travels and stuff like that. When I was depressed, an opportunity came up where they said, do you want to deploy to Qatar? And at first I vowed to myself I would never go on deployment. I thought that was not a thing for me. So but when they asked me that, I was like so ready to get out of there, so ready to experience something different, because I was sick and tired of staying in my room. So I said yes. Anyway, actually deployment is where I met my husband. So that's a weird thing, because, you know, if you know deployment, ain't nothing serious on deployment. Like, at least that's what they say. I thought like, okay, that's a new fresh start and I can like make friends and like have fun there. But you know, when I tried to open myself up a little bit out there, I was like, I'm gonna be a different person. When I did that, actually those people out there, it was like high school on steroids. Like it was so many people gossiping, so many rumors and stuff. And then I was like, I changed my mind. I do not want to be open to people. I do not want to meet people anymore, like, because this is just ridiculous. Ended up getting introduced to my husband, and you know, of course at the moment I ain't think nothing serious of it, because nothing serious is supposed to be going on out there anyway. But he ended up being a nice person, and we continued to talk throughout the year. So deployment did actually help me. Like, it kind of like gave me a little bit more confidence, and like I felt a little bit more energetic and like less depressed at that point. So when I came back, I actually went on a couple of vacations with my sister. We went to Italy, we went to Paris, yeah, and we really just hung out. So that was pretty cool. So my next base was Turkey, and Turkey was like the worst thing that could ever happen to me. The reason actually I got Turkey because I chose Turkey, but I thought like, okay, I didn't really like the UK because, like, first of all, the hottest like it be like getting is 70 something degrees, and I like hot weather. I like to be in the sun. So I thought like, okay, I can go to Turkey, which is still up in like Europe or whatever, in the Europe area or something, and it'll be hotter and I'll still be able to travel wherever I want. Little did I know, I was freaking wrong. I was wrong because that base went on lockdown and never came out of lockdown. Anyway, I went to Turkey and it went on lockdown, never got off. And I actually went during a time where the Turkish people tried to overthrow the government, and like they formed the coup and everything. And when they formed the coup, like literally all the power on the base was out. there was no air conditioning. There was like no hot water anymore. Like we was on like lockdown, and we didn't have like air conditioning, hot water, or anything for like a week. Only like the clinic had it because they have like generators and stuff like that. But the clinic is where I work. I work in like a medical field, so there were some people who were sleeping in the office where they work because that's where the air and stuff was. But I could not sleep there because I work there. Who wants to go to sleep at work and wake up at work? Like, that is just, I was like, I'll just suffer and be hot in my room, because no. The internet was out. Like, it was just so, think about it. I'm locked down on a base, and like, I could barely communicate with people. You know, I barely was communicating with people because at this base, I didn't have any friends either. So like, I'm just stuck in a hot room, no electricity, like can't really, luckily I did buy like, it was like a little chip thing or something like that to give me like a little bit of internet. So I did get like some communication out and stuff like that. But you know, once you use that up, it's up. So you really have to be careful with that. To stay at Turkey for like 16 months, and it was like honestly the longest 16 months of my life. I had like this major who was an officer in the military, in the Air Force, where he was just micromanaging me, and just like he was just annoying leadership. So and then it was a small base, so once you get off work, you see these exact same people over and over again. It's like military 24/7. You never get a mental break from it. My last base, I was like, okay. At this point, like, I knew this whole time, I was just, every day of my life at that point, I was waking up every day and saying, I can't wait to get out the military. I can't wait to get out the military. I was not having fun in the military. Some people were, I guess. If you was like a party person, you like to drink, you single, you out there, I guess it would be fun. But for me, it wasn't. I'm not a party person. Like, I don't like huge groups of people like that. Like, you know, I'm an introvert. So it's not working out for me. I thought, okay. Oh, but while I was in Turkey, I actually ended up, that's where I got married to my husband. And we actually got married. The way we got married at first is like, we got married online. And what a lot of people know is I had this big wedding later. Like, they know me wearing this big old white dress and walking down the aisle in Chicago, and we was on a yacht and stuff. I got married on a yacht. And that's what people know. But they don't know that I initially got married online. It was this, and we wasn't even together. Like, he was in Japan and I was in Turkey, and we got married like officially online. It's the weirdest thing. That's why my last base was Japan, is because my husband was there and they put me in the same place as him. So I'm thinking, okay, for sure, I think I'm for sure getting out, but maybe I could really enjoy this last base. Wrong. I did not enjoy my last base. My supervisor, Sergeant Homan, what a jerk. Oh my, jerk is an understatement of this man. Jerk is an understatement. This man is terrible, okay? He literally told somebody how he was gonna take me down, and no kidding, he really tried to do this, like, all the time. He was like the terrorizer of the office. Like, he would go around bullying everyone. And I think specifically why he didn't like me is because, like, I don't care about none of this stuff. I don't care that you a tech sergeant. I don't care. You know, at this point, I'm growing confidence. Over the years, I just keep growing confidence. You know, I learned to speak up for myself a little bit more. I'm getting older, and I'm getting tired of this stuff. Like, there's only so much you can take. So I'm getting tired, and I'm speaking up more. I'm speaking my mind more. And I think that's, maybe I had like a nonchalant attitude, and he really just didn't like that, because I think from what I seen everybody else, they was kind of like bowing down to him and catering to him and like kissing his butt, like, and I just wasn't with it. So like, this man just was trying to terrorize me. He threw a roach at me. First of all, I don't like roaches. Even if I did, like, you don't throw a roach at people. Like, this man threw a roach at me, and when he threw that roach at me, everybody was okay. This is kind of a long story. Like, I'm still talking. Oh my god. Anyway, I'm trying to make this quick. But listen, the reason why we was outside and we was instructed to clean out this closet in our office where all our equipment is at. So there was like termites and roaches. We was on a tropical island. So in Japan they have like a lot. Well, I won't say in Japan they have a lot of roaches, but specifically on base they have a lot of roaches, because honestly, when I went off base, I really did not see any roaches anymore. Like that. They were mainly on base. Anyway, so there was like this roach, and he took like a shovel and like threw it at me, and he started laughing and thinking it's like funny. And mind you, we're not friends, we're not cool. I know you don't like me, so there would be no reason for him to think that this was cool. I remember talking to like I ended up like talking to leadership about this man, and I remember one senior master sergeant, she said, "Oh, I knew he was bad, but I didn't know he was that bad." It's like, you knew he was bad and you just let him continue to be the same way. I ended up getting out the military earlier than what I was projected to. I ended up getting out earlier because I ended up talking to the commander. The commander was super cool, and he allowed me to get out several months. I was supposed to get out May 2020, and I actually got out October 2019. So he allowed me to get out months earlier because he kind of knew my situation. I told him about the bully supervisor. I told him about my experience in the military and how I just been so unhappy and depressed. And especially with my supervisor, that last base, I was really depressed because it was like, this man is not only like, he's coming after me every day in work. Like, he would just do so many things to me. Like, I can't even begin to list them all. But like, he would just do things to me, and I already didn't like the military as is because of all the rules and stuff like that. It is like, it's not just a job and you just go to this job. Like, they can make you stay longer, they can make you come early, they can make you do whatever they want. They can make you clean, scrub the freaking toilets, they can make you do things that's outside of your job. Like, I really didn't like that part. I didn't like that part. Do I regret going to the military? No, because I'm allowed to go to, I got what I wanted, which is free college, and I'm not paying $1 for this college that I'm going to, which is great. And I also just receive a lot of benefits. So it was worth it, because at this point I don't remember. I mean, I remember it, but I don't remember a lot of it. It's gone. It's really gone. I could just tell y'all stories for days. But yeah, so I'm sorry if this all over the place, I don't know how I need to get better at my storytelling, I guess. But yeah, so, but let's just appreciate this. While I was wishing I was out of the military every day, and I was just wishing for the day that I was out of the military, I was also wishing for this pink Jeep. So I'm out of the military and I got my Jeep, so I am pretty happy, and I just, hope it goes up from there. Anyway, talk to y'all later. Bye.